Right, Vendor of Swiss, chapter 10. So let's see what are the main points in this chapter. I would rather like to describe the situation in this chapter as a troubled household. Grace has a problem, Mali has a problem, Jargon has a problem. So everyone needs something to be done. And also, the other most important thing that happens in this chapter is that there is a confession, papucharana. So Grace confesses, and that confession is not a simple revelation. Jagan is quite distressed. He's so sad. He's so worried about this revelation. So what is this revelation? Let's see. As main points of chapter 10, I would like to share these ideas with you. Jagan is worried about Grace and wants to see her and also meet her because Jagan understands that she's not around here at home much. He would like to know what deeply troubles her mind. The cousin, as usual, helps Jagan by sending Mali away to see a land so Jagan can talk to Grace freely. Now, always, whenever there is a problem, the cousin is always ready to listen to Jagan, understands the problem from Jagan's mind or Jagan's side, as well as the cousin is able to understand the problem from the side of the other. So he has a kind of an open mind also. So this time also he comes to help and takes Mali away to see a land. So Jagan has free and also some time to talk to Grace. And Grace, while talking, reveals the fact that she and Mali are unmarried. Now, this is like a blow, kind of a big blow to Jagan. He can't accept it. He can't believe it. He can't believe the fact that his own son has been living in disgrace, in shame, without marrying Grace legally or according to religion or custom. This is something that has never been in his life, that is known to him. He never expected that to happen, right? As a young man, when he got married, he got the permission from his parents. The extended family was very important with regard to the marriage. And still, in Mali's case, Jagan did not tell anything, even though Jagan was not consulted about Mali's marriage. Still he accepted Grace and Mali. He treated them kindly. He never said a cross word, angry word to Grace. He respected the likeness. He respected the choice of Mali. And see how they are treating him back. They have lied to Jagan. They have been acting as if they had got married, but they have been living in disgrace. This is a great blow to Jagan. So Jagan is deeply worried about the revelation regarding Grace and Mal living together without getting married. Customs, religion, law, and adults' advice are not considered at all in Mali's marriage. When it comes to India, we know that there are quite a lot of customs with regard to the birth of a child, with regard to the marriage of a person, with regard to the maybe funeral of a person. Everything has a particular tradition or a custom that is applied and connected to that. When there is a marriage, always a family is consulted. The adults' ideas are consulted. In Jagan's life, with regard to his marriage with Ambika, around 3 days, there were functions. More than 500 guests came. And so many things happen. But in Mali's case, tradition, religion, even law are not considered. Now, Mali is a modern person who symbolizes modernity and European ideas. So at least law should be considered. But even that is not considered. So that's a big issue. So Jagan laments over the loss of sanctity. What is sanctity? Cleanliness, purity of the whole household. He thinks, okay, this is an ancestral house. Such a bad thing has never happened throughout the years. The house is blackened. See the image, the visual image the writer uses. The house is like blackened. I'm sure the house is nicely painted and furnished, but for jargon, it's a black house, totally gone black, totally negative, totally bad, totally sinful. It is tarnished. What is tarnished? The pure color is lost by the presence of Marley and Grace, who are leading a sinful life. It's a sinful life. So that is the biggest problem that bothers Jargon. Now he's wondering, how can I correct this? What should I do? Jargon actually does not want to live there anymore. He feels like going away, running away. But the cousin, as usual, helps Jargon and suggests easy suggestions to solve the issue, such as making Marley and Grace marry. As I told you earlier, the cousin is a very practical person. So he says what to be done. And he brings out the idea that, it's easy, we can solve this. We should make Marley and Grace marry in a temple. And also we can convert Grace, the causeless girl, to Hinduism. And if it doesn't work, still the cousin has a solution. What is that? To make Marley marry another girl, Indian girl. So many people are looking at him. He seems to be a prospective bachelor, but everyone thinks he's married. But if the side of Marley or family of Marley is supposed to look for a bride, surely they can find. So like that, the cousin brings out so many options, suggestions. And the cousin actually suggests Jargon to separate the house into two parts so Jargon can live being away from the sinners. And that's what he does. He just separates the house, puts even, papers or whatnot, and covers the whole part, goes away, to the shop quickly as possible, rushes out of the house, rushes inside the house to his part, avoids Marley. So he keeps into his own part of the house and he lives in his own world without being tainted by the sinful side of the house. Right? So Jargon, we can understand how pitiful he is because Jargon has been living throughout his life as a religious man, as a follower of Gandhi, as a good person who thinks about moral, even in business. Even though he's cussing, he never puts, wrong or low ingredients. He's that much a truthful person, right? Whatever weaknesses he has in his life. So luckily, at least a cousin understands him, helps him, and gives suggestions for him to come up with this very difficult situation. So like that, in chapter 10, basically, the main points that we come across are the revelation of grace and the distress Jargon, and also the way the cousin helps to solve this problem.